Owen, come to the Nintendo room right now. What happened? Barkman is outside. What? I don't know how he's here. He was erased from existence last month. Yeah, I don't know either. I'll go ask him what's going on. Wait! I think somehow when he got erased from existence, he made it so that he came back. But the only way to do that would be to make it so that he's from this dimension. That means all of his memories are gone. But why can't I tell him? Because if you tell him, the entire universe will be erased from existence. Okay. Just don't tell him. I need to go. Huh. That's new. I would record the rest of the episode now, but I have to go to school first. Oh. Transform, outfit 1. Oh yeah, I can teleport, but I like walking. Welcome to the Alan Show. So this is the first episode of Season 6, and a lot has happened since Season 5 ended. Alan created more gadgets, Arlen bought a new editing program, and everyone else continued to exist. Anyway, that scene you saw that I recorded yesterday morning was scripted. I'm trying to make episodes shorter by scripting the parts where I'm just talking to the camera. So, we're on Season 6 now, and that means there's 5 whole seasons on my channel. For new viewers who want to watch the new episodes, it might be hard to understand what's going on without having to watch the first 5 seasons. So in this episode, I'm going to have a recap of everything that's happened, well, the most important things that have happened on The Alan Show since April 21st, 2015. This will contain spoilers for the first 5 seasons because how would it not? On April 21st, 2015, I woke up with the idea to make a show. I had the idea in my head since the night before, but now I was finally going to make my new show, The Alan Show. I didn't even have any clean laundry, so I just put on a random outfit that I found in my closet. I made a new episode every day for the rest of April, and I got bored of it. The only thing I would really do on the show is talk about things, and I was running out of topics. For my 9th birthday that year, I got a puppet and a green bag with eyes. I named them Chad and Mr. Bag. One day, a month or 2 later, I found my puppet, Chad, floating in the air. He could talk, and so could Mr. Bag. Chad froze Mr. Bag, and I didn't see either of them again for a long time. Eventually, after many breaks from the show, I decided to end the Alan Show in late 2015. But, as you can probably tell, this wasn't the end of the story. On February 16th, 2016, I was just about to eat my breakfast when Chad reappeared and gave me some of his powers. My arm started twitching, and a lightning bolt flew out and hit my hat. Now, the hat could teleport me. I made a new version of The Alan Show and restarted from episode 1. Across the rest of the year, I learned a bunch of new abilities I had. I could teleport on my own, I had indestructibility, super speed, and I could even time travel. And then soon, I met Cammy the Chameleon, who powered the melting room. In the 5th episode, I made a time machine. Chad had given me the Alan Manual, which could tell me a bunch of things about what my superpowers could do. My past self time traveled to the present and stole the Alan disc, which was able to keep the universe from disappearing, so it's pretty important. I went back in time where I met Erlen. We accidentally found 4 more past selves, which I named Ellen, Illen, Olin, and Ullen. We soon found out that Erlen actually stole the Alan disc. So then I sent him 65 million years into the past. Later that year in September, I had to go back in time again to stop my past self from becoming evil, which erased Erlen's timeline from existence. Again, I decided to end the Alan Show in October 2016. But that's not all. In April 2017, I created my YouTube channel. This was when I decided to upload my previous episodes and make a new season. Later that month, Erlen reappeared, saying that he's a different version of Erlen from another timeline. I let the new Erlen join the Alan group, and the rest of the group reappeared after being trapped in another dimension. While reading the Alan manual, Alan learned how to create gadgets. His first gadget was the Alan key, which was a more durable replacement for the Alan disc. Across the rest of 2017, my stuffed animals were somehow able to talk, like Chad and Mr. Bag. Now they're Squeaky the Mouse, Scruffy, Fluffy, Puffy, Springy, the Spider Brothers, and Emma the Rabbit. In July, a villain wearing a dog mask had a battle against me. He had my superpowers and a voice changer. That's when I became Captain Kidd. This was when my clone Orlin created Orlin News. At the end of August, Chad finally returned and joined the Alan group. By October, we had me, Ellen, Illen, Olin, the new Erlen, Orlin, Arlen, and Balin. In October, we moved to a new house, and I had to move my Nintendo collection, which I'd been building up since July. Near the end of October, I met a ghost version of myself, who I named Bellin. After that, I would talk to him pretty much every day to check how he's doing. In November 2017, the Allen group teamed up to melt the villain, who by then called himself Barkman. Barkman also had a sidekick who he called Bark Jr. Bark Jr. stole Owen's Fixinator to put Barkman back together, and Owen created AllenBot. Barkman was able to use the robot to spy on us, so we had to shut it down. In June 2018, the Allen group finally found out who was under Barkman's mask. Erlen. Erlen explained that he was a different Erlen than Erlen. Basically, when the new Nice Erlen was created, evil Erlen managed to escape the erased timeline. Even though we knew who was under the mask, Barkman still wanted revenge for me erasing his timeline. In December 2018, Barkman used a magic toothbrush to remove my superpowers. Now, we were defenseless. Hey, let's take a break from this week's episode to say hi to Squeaky. So today is January 15th, which means it's his 6th birthday. Do you have anything to say?
Happy birthday!
Okay, happy birthday. In February 2019, Barkman took advantage of me not having indestructibility and killed me. But he didn't know that this would also cause him to be erased from existence. After everyone else disappeared, the only thing that could save us was Mr. Bag. He brought me back to life, and Barkman went back to the Barkman dimension. In May 2019, we found out that Bellin had turned evil and created a ghost army that could destroy anything. And we weren't safe either, because our powers were gone. I started having flashbacks to a day I didn't remember, and they were sometime in October 2016, and Evil Erlen was in them. Over the next few months, I started to notice glitches, like randomly getting sent to the past, Barkman getting swapped with his past self, and a lot more. Also, Barkman temporarily joined the Allen group because his dimension was pretty much completely gone. The ghost ate so much stuff that there was just nothing left but space. In July, I went to the Barkman dimension to see what it looked like, but there were ghosts everywhere. Also, I'm the only member of our group who can see the ghosts. One of the ghosts ate the Magic Toothbrush 2.0, which meant that I couldn't travel back. Olin was able to bring me back to the normal dimension, and everyone was safe. Olin could somehow see into the future, but Bellin would keep him from warning us. One day in October, I found a Magic Toothbrush 2.0 on the floor, but it was the same one that I lost in the Barkman dimension. That means the ghost used it to travel here. The toothbrush with my powers on it was in a ghost-proof case, and I was barely able to get my powers back in time. After we used our powers to defeat Bellin, Barkman went back to being evil. On Halloween, Bellin told us that something took control of him to make him evil. I thought this could be a glitch, but we decided to wait until there was more proof. But on Tuesday, November 26th, everything started to disappear. We lost Bellin and Olin, but we managed to get the Allen key to the Barkman dimension. Soon, that dimension disappeared, and we had to go to the backwards dimension. After all of that, Barkman told us that he was lying to us about everything. He wasn't my past self. He was me from another dimension. In his dimension, he had different powers and a different Chad. One day, he lost the Allen disc, so he traveled to this dimension to steal mine. Evil Erlen had to lie to me about who he was, so he told me he was my past self. In September 2016, when I went back in time to stop my past self from becoming evil, that was just him disguising as my past self. When Evil Erlen got back to his home dimension, it was erased from existence permanently. In October 2016, on the day I was having flashbacks to, Evil Erlen traveled to my dimension to get rid of me. I was indestructible, so he couldn't defeat me. And then he realized that it wasn't even my fault. It was his fault. So he erased my memory, and somehow after 3 years, the memory came back. Then, the next year, he decided to protect our dimension by becoming Barkman and continuing to be Evil Erlen. After Barkman told me all this, we had to escape to another dimension. This dimension looked like the backwards dimension. By then, it was only me, Ellen, Barkman, and Chad. Barkman reopened a part of the normal dimension, and we were about to go there when we heard someone walking down the stairs. We went back to the normal dimension before they got to the door, and we never found out who it was. But then, the Allen key helped us get into the Allen house, and after 3 missions, we were finished. Barkman and I went there to set the timeline so that Barkman is from the normal dimension, but that wasn't an option. The only option was to erase Barkman from existence forever. After he gave me his Barkman mask, Evil Erlen was erased from existence forever. and that's where we are now. Everyone was brought back, the glitches were stopped, and everything else went back to normal. But on Thursday, December 12th, 2019, Barkman reappeared with no explanation. Alan told me that this is a version of Barkman from another timeline, and we can never tell him this. If Barkman ever finds out that this isn't the timeline he's from, the whole universe will be erased from existence. Well, that's a recap of pretty much everything you should know about The Alan Show. It's the beginning of a new year, a new decade, a new season. There's a lot of stuff going on this month. But anyway, I don't have much else to say. Then I'll see you next time.
I don't know, but we need to go there.
Someone else is here! Barkman, we need to leave now!